Okie dokie. Let's just get started. Is my light not working well? So bright. Hello. Good morning. I'm just doing my sound check first. Also, good morning to Eclipse Annika. Oh yeah, Annika. Jeff Tonmoy. Hans. Good morning. Checking my stuff today. I'm so sorry about yesterday, guys. I really tried to wake up, but I couldn't. I don't know what happened. I think it was also because I was working very hard yesterday. I was just feeling more exhausted than usual. Could have been the weather. It also could be the fact that I'm not waking up to my alarm clocks. I'm not used to it, perhaps. So, yeah. I slept through and I woke up at 5:30 and I was like, oh no, I missed my stream yesterday. I was so upset. Oh, Han said, good morning, Professor. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to session 38. I know I should have, like, posted this yesterday. I felt really bad about it. And again, I'm really sorry that I overslept. Yeah, it's just been a very odd week for me. Because even on Tuesday when I called off the session, I was just feeling really weird and off. So, yeah, I'm hoping next week will be much better, where I will be on every day. Don't know what was up with this week in particular, but yeah, we'll figure it out how that goes. Alright, for today's stream itinerary, we have greetings, conversation practice, questions, comments, concerns, and suggestions. Hans said, he gave me a reason. He said, it was the extra time you put into the last stream. Really? Oh. Was it really? I can't even remember. Maybe it was the now you hear my alarm clock.
Get up, loser, it's 5:10 a.m.
Do you like my alarm clock? I always tell myself that. I'm like, get up, loser, it's 5:10 a.m. That's a good reminder to myself. But yeah, on other news, it must have been like... Yeah, the weather makes me get really, really tired. I don't know why. I just feel exhausted when it's raining too much, or when it's too hot. I feel really, really tired. I don't know about you guys. Also, for some reason, the text isn't showing. Let me figure this out. Good thing I'm checking out stuff right now. Where is the... One second while I'm looking for the chat box. No, not it. For some reason it's not showing. Hold on one second, guys. I think this is it. Hold on one second. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, awesome. I was just checking for Instagram's chat. It didn't show up until just now. Oh my goodness. Han said, Lamau, great alarm. I know. I always tell myself that. I'm like, wake up, loser. It's time for this. Blah, blah, blah. I have different random words to tell myself. Not all of them are mean, okay? That's one of them. It's just like, just wake up. As you guys can tell, I'm very... Like, I'm a deep sleeper. So... I get really disappointed with myself because the one thing I am always afraid of is when I sleep. It's like, I don't know if I'll wake up. So I'm very dependent on a particular alarm. So I guess I have a new phone, and it wasn't a problem in the past, which is really strange because, like, I got my phone last week, right? So I've been waking up just fine at 4:30-ish. This time around, it's just like, this week I've been waking up at 5, and I'm like, that is so weird. Like, I saw it on Monday, I canceled on Tuesday because I felt like, oh gosh, I don't think I'm gonna wake up on time. And I was confident. I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna do well. I'll wake up tomorrow. I didn't wake up at 4 and I missed my stream, and I was just like, yeah, this is not good. I feel really bad for not showing up. But yeah, I'm here. So on Tuesday I mentioned that I was gonna do a stream that was gonna talk about the conversation that we covered for this week. I didn't get a chance to finish that yet, but I did have the conversation practice from the lesson from last week. So yeah, we're gonna have some extra practice about discussing your home, stuff in your room, etc. So that's what I've been that's what we're gonna cover today in today's stream. Yeah. In other news, other things to share with you guys, my Lola just became a US citizen. She's been living in America with a green card for, I can't remember how long now, maybe a decade? Yeah. Because my parents are US citizens, and they were able to bring her over to America through the I can't remember the name or the rules for it. Hold on one second. I'm actually gonna look into it. Let's look into it together, just cause I'm curious. I forgot the name for it. So it's like I forgot what it's called. US process bringing your parent to the US. I forgot what it's called. Okay, that's it. So she received the I-130 form, which is known as a petition for alien relative. So basically, if you have direct relationship to your parent, like, I mean, that's like the best one, but it does take a long time still for them to process and become a US citizen. Yeah, it's been a decade. Like, think about that. To become a US citizen does take a lot of time. It's just crazy because my Lola is 85 years old, and another thing is that Lola doesn't speak English. She does, but it's very, very limited, and she has a hard time understanding English. Well, she would often say, oh, people talk too fast in English, so she has a hard time catching up with what people are saying. So she took this test in English, and she could understand, but like it's kind of hard, you know, because considering someone her age, it was very challenging. Of course, my mother was there, so my mom accompanied her mom to the interview, and she was able to translate some of the expressions that she wasn't familiar with, but for the most part, she was familiar with a lot of them. She's been studying for a month, I believe, and she's been taking she took the test before and she didn't pass the first time. The second time she passed. Yeah. So yeah, Lola's great. I'm very proud of her. With someone of her age and her determination to pass the exam, honestly, I'm very, very proud of my Lola. So I actually have a picture I can share with you guys. My mom just posted this yesterday while I'm setting up my stream. It's cute. I'm gonna... Is it off center? Hold on. There you go. It's cute. My Lola's so cute. There we go. And in the background you can see President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris there too. Also in other news, interestingly, the president is in town. It's been kind of crazy in LA. I actually saw his entourage while I was going home yesterday. So interestingly, I took the 405 South home. Actually not yesterday, the day before yesterday. And basically, I was going down that highway and I saw so many police cars, like 10 different vans, and I saw like a limo, and I was like, whoever this person is, this is crazy that they stopped the entire 405 northbound freeway. The southbound was still going. That's why I saw like the entourage of cars passing by, and I was like wondering who's that. Then yesterday, my colleague was like, hey, if you're going to LA on the 405, just be prepared. Traffic is going to be really, really bad because all of the cars have been stopped because the president is in town. And I was like, oh, why is he here? Like, what's the reason? And I've been told that it's probably because of he's probably here because of like community service, helping the community. He was in Culver City. He's actually not that far from my work. So it's just really interesting, or actually kind of a cool experience to just witness it and just be like, yo, I just saw the president on the road. That's actually pretty cool. But that's about it, I would say. It's a very unique experience for me. Thank goodness, too, that I was not on the same freeway as him. I was going southbound, he was going northbound. And I'm just like, yeah, thank goodness, because it would have taken me probably 30 minutes to get home, longer. And it's already like an hour drive to get home from LA to my home because of traffic alone there. So the range for me to get home from work is typically between from like 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes. So it's a long drive to get home, mainly because LA traffic sucks. Just saying, guys, LA traffic really sucks. So if I was on the northbound freeway or on the freeway when the president was coming, I probably would have been home in 2 hours-ish, roughly. Just because, again, LA traffic sucks. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and transition over to conversation practice. Actually, I keep forgetting, my hand slips all the time. So there's one more thing I wanted to add. I'm hoping for today, my fingers are crossed, Hans. I might be coming to dance tonight. I really, really want to. I miss it so much. I'm supposed to go on the VIP membership this week, but I couldn't. Money was spent. A lot of debts and loans were paid, and I'm just like, But I will actually try to come tonight for sure, because I really, really miss it, and I want to dance. So, fingers crossed I see you tonight. But yeah, I will be dancing, hopefully. Alrighty, now I can finally transition to conversation practice. Let's go ahead and jump straight to our questions here today. So, let's talk about your home. I don't want to know your address. No one wants to be doxxed. So when the expression doxxed means like revealing about where you live, personal information, where people could find you and stuff, it's not a good thing. So just saying, yeah, please don't get doxxed. We're not here about that. So Hans said grats and yay, it'll be fun. Yeah, I really miss dance. I want to come back. It's been a long time. It's been 2 weeks, I think. I miss dancing. Like my friends have been telling me you need to go back to dance because, not my dancer friends who tell me this, by the way. It's like my online friends. They're like, you should go back to dance because you need to find a reason to enjoy life. And I'm like, I know, you're right. Because I was venting about this week being rough and stuff. But anyways, I digress. So let's talk about your home. We're just gonna focus on what we already covered from conversation. English for everyone. I'd like to know, from your opinion, do you like the place where you live? Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out why the music takes so long. It's kind of ridiculous. So do you like the place where you are living? Why or why not? So this is like, in terms of like you and where you live, like, is the place around you convenient? Is it easier for you to access certain places, etc.? That's essentially what I'm asking in this question. Is like, are you happy where you live? Do you have access to a mall or entertainment, amusement parks, etc.? So I'm gonna give an example about where I live. Hopefully I don't dox myself. Don't find me either. Don't dox me either if you guys know where I live. But I live somewhere in Southern California around the OC area. That's all I'm gonna say, Orange County. And basically in this area I have access to I can reach Disneyland in 20 minutes by car. And I can go to Buena Park in 10 minutes-ish around that time. So I have access to 2 amusement parks from where I live. And I have access to multiple freeways, which is really convenient and nice. It's not that far from every direction too, so there's like, I'll name some of them. I think it's the 405, the 5, and the 110, I think. I can't remember all of the freeways, but I do recognize 405's. Oh, no, sorry. Not 110. It's a 605, 405, and 5. Those freeways are all near me, which is very convenient, and I think that's nice because I don't have to commute so far to them. They're all within 10 minutes. So when I drive out, I can reach the 405 in 10 to 15 minutes, 605 in 10 to 15 minutes, and the 5. Yeah. So it is so convenient to access the freeway from where I live. Also, I am living close to a few schools that are not that far in my city. So it's like I have access to my elementary school, which is very, very close to me when I was little. There is my high school that's nearby. My middle school is a little bit far, so I would say just like it's a 10-minute drive. Again, it's not that bad. And also, where else? I also have access to my community college where I used to attend. And it's just really convenient that I live very close to school, because back in the day I was able to walk home from all of these locations. Yes, even including my junior high school. My sister and I, when we got fed up of waiting for my dad to pick us up, my sister and I voluntarily walked home from our junior high school. So yeah, it's just like, it was just so convenient just to live really close to home, and I didn't have to wait or rely on my dad to pick us up during those times. Yeah, so genuinely I really like where I live. My house is in a very, very convenient area, and I have access to all of these places. Also, what's nice is that I live in a city that's not too far from another city. Well, I'm just gonna say the name of the city. So Artesia and Cerritos are really nice places that I live close to, especially because Cerritos is well known for their shopping mall and a lot of food and restaurants in the area. When I was in high school, or maybe in my early college days, I would go there frequently just so I could hang out with my friends and just go shopping together, etc. Oh, Teacher Sabrina's here. Hi, Teacher Sab. I miss you. Thanks for joining me today. All right. So, yeah, those are the conveniences of like where I live. It's just I am close to these places. The one thing I do feel sad about in terms of where I live is just that my furthest commute is not only my work, because I work in Los Angeles, but I also have to commute quite a distance to get to my favorite dance studio. And my dance studio is about 25 minutes away. And it's located in Irvine. That's all I'm gonna say. So that commute from there to my home is around 20 to 25 minutes long, depending on traffic. If there is traffic, it's like 40 minutes-ish. But it's really rare around the time when I do go, because I dance in the evening. So usually it's just like 20-25 minutes just to commute and get to my dance studio. So yeah. All right. Next. Let's talk about your home. Oh wait, I just realized it's the next question. I am so sorry. I'm just flipping over with the next question. What is your favorite room in your house or apartment, and why? So feel free to share what you think of what is your favorite house or apartment. Favorite room in your house or apartment. All right. Awesome. So, I would say in terms of my favorite room in my house or apartment, let's see. I would say my bedroom, to be honest. Also, I'm gonna read. Oh, Hans finally. You responded, Hans. Be careful. I know you're driving to work, but be careful. You don't have to respond to them. I know you're busy. Hans says, I like how I'm about 40 minutes away from the two dance hubs, LA and Irvine. That's actually, whoa, that's actually convenient for you, isn't it? Because that's amazing. You are not that far. LA would be like 40 minutes away from me. So I think Irvine is closer to me, so I can go there for dancing. But LA would be like 40 minutes. And we know traffic is also bad at certain times, you know? So depending on that, LA would be like 20 to an hour-ish drive. Just depends on traffic. I feel that, but that's really nice. I love that you're so active in the dance community. I've been seeing your videos on I was gonna say YouTube, on Instagram, and I'm just like, man, I'm so jealous. I really want to go dancing. I want to come back. So, yeah, I will be coming back after work today. I need to just find clothes that are suitable for dancing, and I need to pack my bag too. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. All right, so going back to the question about what is your favorite room in your house or apartment, it's my bedroom for sure. I think it's because of COVID. I've been so comfortable becoming a homebody. I barely go out for a few reasons. Some of them being like financial, being like I want to save money. I need to pay off a lot of loans and debt. You know, that's my current situation in life as an adult who recently graduated. So it's just like just paying off loans. I want to be smart with my money, and then also preparing for my trip to Japan too. So it's just like I'm trying to be frugal, so I don't. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to be frugal for the sake of having enough money for Japan, because I'm going at the end of March, which is during spring break. So, yeah, I've been just staying home. I've made this place very, very comfy for me. As you guys also know, during COVID, I've practically made my bedroom into a passion project because I've started investing a lot of stuff and finances back then until now into like my whole setup. As you guys can see from my backdrop, buying these lights, decorating my walls. This is like my workspace. So I stream here, and I'm also working here when I'm teaching like private lessons, etc. This is where I game as well. So I think it's really nice that I have this office down here, because as you guys can tell from my video up here, this is my bed. I really, really love that I invested on a loft because I have so much more space in my bedroom now, which is so nice. And I rarely have this big of a space, because this room used to be shared with my sister and when we were younger, but since my sister moved out during her university years, this has just become my bedroom now, so it's now my room. And yeah, I'm just really proud of the fact that I invested so much. Like, I put a lot of time and money into this, and I'm very proud to say that I built the setup myself. So like, even the desks here, I have like one desk, two desks underneath, or drawers underneath my table. So I have like one drawer that's dedicated to all my stationery down here. I also have my filing cabinet here where I have more of my stationery. So it's like I assembled all of these together. I went crazy making this loft. I think it took me like 8 hours-ish to get this done by myself. And rearranging everything in my room. I didn't ask for my parents' help. I did it all by myself. This room was so different 5 years ago. So, especially when COVID happened, I changed my room probably like 3 times. I used to have this computer set up. It used to be over here, then I moved it over here, and now I moved it over here. So it's like, this is why I really love my room. It's just because I spent a lot of time just making a passion project out of it. Yeah, basically. And very proud of the work that I made. A lot of times when my friends come over, they're really impressed. They're like, whoa, your room looks really nice. And I'm just like, yeah, I did my best because as you guys know, I do want to work online and teach online, so I'd rather have a space for myself that's really comfy, very homey. I've been told by my friends that basically they said my setup reminds them of the girl next door kind of vibe, or that could also be my personality too, I don't know. I just find that really funny and cute. And of course, I had my students on my previous job tell me formerly that I'm like a homebody because of COVID, and the way I teach is very comfortable for them, so that's why I became the homebody teacher, and why my students are called homebodies, because they're also hopefully watching this video in a space where they feel comfortable and safe, and that they're enjoying the stream. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next question. We have, where would you spend most of your time in your house or apartment? I already answered this, my room. I spend most of my time in my bedroom because, like I mentioned, this space is like my passion project. This is where I sing covers. This is where I live stream. This is also where I do my work, homework, research, everything. It's all here in this room. Granted, sometimes I might I don't want to say granted, but sometimes I do my work on my bed. I don't know, I don't think I like to do it as much. There was something interesting I want to talk about regarding doing work on your bed. I did that during COVID, as an example. So during COVID, I attended Zoom classes while I was on my bed, and there's this psychology, or something there's something that happens to your brain when you're starting to do work on your bed. Your bed will now, back then when my bed became associated to work, it became difficult for me to sleep, right? So that's why I was so dedicated into making my bedroom into like an office or like a place where I can study. It was mainly because I could not sleep because I was doing work on my bed. And that's not a good thing, guys. It's truly not a good thing at all. Mainly because when you start to associate a certain part of your room or an area is related to work, it does get difficult to have that habit of like sleeping, you know? So there's also the fact that when I did do Zoom online, and I apologize to all my professors because I was doing my master's at that time, I did fall asleep many times on stream. I would go on Zoom, be the last person to leave because I fell asleep while they were streaming or while they were teaching on Zoom. And again, it's because of that association. My bed is associated to sleep, therefore I will sleep. Or if I was working on my bed becomes associated to work, now I can't sleep. So how I was able to combat that mindset was to make my room, like a part of my room, the area of sleeping and the area of working, which is why I have dedicated my time here to make a loft area, my little office here. Because I know when I'm sitting here, I'm working, I'm playing video games, or I'm just singing a cover, etc., whatever I'm doing as a passion project down here. But my bed up here is strictly just for sleeping. So when I climb up and I go to my bed, I knock out like in like a minute or two. So like, for example, yesterday I wanted to stay up a little bit longer, but I fell asleep around, I think, 9:30 p.m. It's the earliest I've slept all week, which is fantastic. I got a lot of sleep. I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday and the days before that. I feel a little bit well rested. Not completely satisfied because I feel like I could sleep some more, but as you guys know, I need to wake up. I need to dedicate my time and be here, because that's just my personal goal. But yeah, if I were to say where I spend most of my time other than my house or apartment, I would say here, this area, my office, or my bed. So I also really like the fact that, you know, by having a loft, I'm kind of making that boundary, that separation, where there's an area to sleep and there's an area to work. If you guys have been watching, I can't remember the name of this person, but he was a, what did we call him? I can't remember. I was gonna say architect. He's not an architect. Basically, his job is for designing rooms. There's a word for it. It's gonna bother me, so I'm actually gonna look it up. And if you guys suffer from like having like, I don't don't know what to call it. Like my memory just burns out, or like the word that I'm looking for just disappears. Someone who designs rooms or houses. What are they called again? Are they really called architects? Okay. Architect is a person who plans, designs, and oversees the construction of buildings. Okay, or... There's another one. I don't think it's... There we go. Interior design. There you go. So interior decorator. An interior decorator is a person who is employed to decorate the inside of people's houses. That's the word I was looking for. Interior designers. That was the vocabulary I was looking for. So architect was a good gateway or path to get into finding the vocabulary I was looking for. As long as you have words that can lead to what you're looking for, that's always a good thing. So I always tell myself, you know what, life happens. I won't remember certain words or expressions. It is what it is. I'm getting old. Yeah, so interior design. There's an interior designer on YouTube or Instagram that I watched, and basically this interior designer was talking about energy when setting up the bedroom or setting up the design of your space. So it can be an apartment, it can be a house, a room, etc. And he was constantly asked to maximize how would you decorate the room so that there's good synergy, energy, etc. So it was really interesting that this guy was able to talk about how to make partitions of your bedroom, make like boundaries, etc. about energy and stuff. So for example, I get what he means when he says there's energy that comes in and out of your room, and that energy typically comes from your doorway, so when people come in and out. So for me, my back is turned against the energy, which is kind of bad. Well, essentially what I should have done was keep this part of my room and move it over to that direction, because so I can see who walks into my room. So that prevents me from getting startled. There's been a couple times where I've been gaming or teaching, and when my parents open the room and talk to me, I scream. Yeah, it's because I get startled. I'm so focused here, I don't realize someone just walked in behind me, and that's why I would be like, oh my god, like who's there? So I make it a habit to lock my door when I'm streaming, mainly because I don't want to be startled while I'm teaching, and I don't want to be disturbed either, because that's what happens a lot. And thankfully my parents are aware my parents are aware when I am teaching or streaming, because they can hear me talking to the screen, or when they knock on the door I don't respond, or I mute myself and I tell them I'm streaming, etc. So yeah, it's actually really interesting how it makes a difference to know how to set up your room. So if you are someone who wants to set up your room to the best potential or the best optimal position, make sure if you're working, face towards the door. If you're watching a TV, television, you might want to put the TV near the door so you can see who comes in and out. So at least from your peripheral vision, you can see that energy coming in. But for me, it's so inconvenient because since it's behind me, I get startled really easily when someone comes into my room. So yeah, I make it a habit that people who come to my place, if I'm streaming or something, knock on my door. I freak out when you just barge in. And also I lock it now too, so it's like you can't come in anyways. So there's that. But yeah, I digress. That's my favorite part of my house. I think another one that I do like is the living room, because we do have a massage chair, so I like to use a massage chair, especially when I have like knots on my shoulders. So it's nice to just get that all massaged. And I think that's about it. I sleep on the sofa from time to time too. So in terms of going back to the topic of energy, having that different space and boundary, the times during COVID when I did not feel good and I was not focusing on my work, I would go to the living room for a different environment. You know, sometimes going to a different room can reset your association. I think that's what I want to say, because when you associate your room, for example, and let's say back in the day I didn't separate my work from my bed, right? So what I would do is I would go to the living room and I would do work there, because I wanted to transfer the energy and the habit of studying to the living room so that I could make my bedroom once again, if that makes sense to you guys. So when I did that for a couple weeks or months. Actually, not a month. Maybe I did a month at most when I did that. And then a few weeks too. It was only because I wanted to avoid climbing my loft back then. I was feeling kind of lazy. So I would sleep in the living room sofa all the time. And also do my work there. So it was just like I just needed a different environment to just kind of reset my... I don't know how to say it. It's like to reset my perception, my experience, or whatever, to coming back to my room and knowing that, oh, this is my space to sleep, you know? I needed that change of space. I don't know if that happened to you guys during COVID, but I would love to hear your thoughts on that. So, I don't know if that was just me. All right, next. What changes would you like to make to your home? If I could make changes to my home, I would love to have a dedicated room for singing and dancing. I've been told by my parents that I will inherit this house, so if they were to both retire, they told me they wanted to go back to the Philippines. And I was like, let's see if you actually will go back to the Philippines. I kind of doubt it. I think they're staying here in the US. And they told me they're gonna transfer this home to me, so I'm going to inherit this house. So if I could, I would love to dedicate one of the rooms into a dancing or singing studio. I was thinking like either it could be underground or maybe have a second story, because this house is all like just one story. I would love to have a second story, but the thing is, if I were to make like singing or dancing upstairs, it would be very noisy because whoever's living below me would be hearing all of these sounds, you know, from the roof. So I'm just like, yeah, I would feel bad. I would prefer maybe if we could do it underground, or maybe I could change my backyard, which is actually a good thing. Which is actually one of the things I do want to change. I would love to make my backyard into a really cool hangout space. Like, for example, I have my aunt who changed her backyard and made it into like a dedicated area for like celebrating parties. There's like sofas everywhere. It's like a really, really nice. Hopefully if this video gets edited, I will provide a picture of what her house or her backyard looks like, and it's so cozy. I would love to have something like that. It could also be a dedicated space to dance and sing. I don't know. But yeah, I just want a space where I could like pursue my passions in those areas. I mean, I sing and do covers here in my room, but I don't have enough space to dance here, you know? And I would love to have more. I would love to have a space where I could just have a particular flooring be dedicated to dance, you know? So yeah, if I could in the future, I would love to have maybe an underground speakeasy, which is funny, where I can dedicate that. And of course, I'm thinking about in the future, maybe this house could also become a B&B. So it could be a nice B&B location, especially with access that I mentioned to you guys. Because of course, when I'm older, I don't know if I'll be living in the US. Maybe I might be living in a different country because of my job. I don't know yet. So this could also become a B&B. Who knows? Yeah. So therefore, that's why I want to make my house have these nice accommodations. Also, especially because where I live in my city, I don't think we have access to a dance studio, or maybe it's just me who hasn't researched it thoroughly. But like I mentioned, my dance studio is like so far away. It's 30 minutes away at best. And that's why I just want to have a space where I can just dance here. I just miss it here, you know? Would love to have dancing at my house. I would love to have a space where my friends and I can enjoy, my dancer friends can enjoy, my singing friends can enjoy, or like my besties can enjoy. So yeah, it would be nice to just have that area where we could just have entertainment, you know? All right, next, what house products, for example, furniture, kitchenwares, gardening equipment, room commodities, etc. do you spend the most money on? Oh dear. Okay, I do have a handful. So some commodities would include like furniture, right? So I did invest a lot of money buying my loft. I think I paid like $200 for this. My tables, I spent $100, which was nice because I was trying to find an L-shaped table. This is an L-shaped table, by the way. And basically, what's convenient about this is, what's the word for it? what's so convenient about this is that it's a very wide space and it's a corner. Basically, it is a corner desk, and it's nice in my opinion. I was lucky to find this table for I think for like yes for $100 or something, because I was looking around on Home Depot, and the prices there are insane. It's like I think it was like 150 and above, and I was like, wow, this is too expensive. And then Amazon too. I think this table was the table when I was looking for one. The range was 100 plus as well. So when I went to eBay, I think is where I bought my table in particular. I spent at least 100. That's it. At least 100. I was happy because I'm like, I don't want to spend too much money on all of this stuff. I want to get the cheapest, most efficient, the one that I will use, etc. So I was happy with this table. Then I invested on, like I mentioned, a filing cabinet, a desk. I think both of these, one of them was $80, the other one was maybe close to 100, 120-ish. And then I also invested on a laptop, which I purchased 5 years ago, I think now, or 6 years ago. I bought this laptop during my, the start of my bachelor's degree, or before I went to Indonesia. I think this is 2017. No. I bought this in 2018, I think, or 2019. Because I remember I had a different laptop and I upgraded, so this new laptop, I use it for school and such. Yeah, my laptop was definitely the most expensive, because at the time I paid almost $1,300 for this laptop, the one I'm currently using. And I need to upgrade because it's old now. It's been 6 years since I've had this, I think. Because I do remember I used it for school, and then I did game on this, and like I can't play certain games because, you know, my laptop is kind of out of date now, so I can't play certain games anymore. What else did I invest in? I also invested in cups. That's one of the most kitchenwares. Yeah. Other than my investing money in my room and having this whole setup, I also invested on a lot of cups. And it's just not random cups, you know? Like, these are cups that I would really like, that's relating to my interest. So if you come to my room, or if you ever visit my place, like for example, if my friends come here and they check out my space, they're gonna notice that I have like 3 wheels, like 3 carts in my room. They're like, I have a cart that's dedicated to holding my teas and my snacks, and I have another cart that's dedicated to holding all of my cups. So I have a cup cart, and it's mainly because I do have a carafe in my room. I'm just gonna reach over from my camera. It's right here. Literally next to my camera. It's right behind it. So it's just right there. That's my carafe. So this is where I like drink my tea, coffee, hot cocoa, whatever. It's just right there. So that's why I just have all of these cups in here, and whenever I have guests over, I would make them tea and like prepare it for them. So yeah, my room is a functional cafe, if you will, because I really love cafe spaces, and that's why I dedicated my room towards making it into that space, because I work better when I'm working in a cafe. So that's what I wanted to bring home to myself. Also, my investment towards teas were a good investment because that means I could save money. And also, the unfortunate thing too is that even though I spend money on tea, sometimes I forget that I do have them. So yeah, I still spend money outside of whatever I have, which is kind of unfortunate. That's just how it is for me, unfortunately. But yeah, having this space is really nice because at least everything I need is all here. You know, like I don't really have to leave my room. If I want to grab a drink, it's right here. I also have an ice maker that is acting up kind of strange lately. I need to clean out my ice maker and just like figure out what's going on there. And that's where I can make my drinks, because I like my drinks cold for the most part. I rarely like my drinks hot. So yeah, that's about it. And also I think the camera right now, where it's standing on, is it's standing on top of my water bottle. So I have a water right here, and that's basically propping up my camera at the moment. Alrighty, next question. We're almost done with today's stream. Okay, during the COVID-19 lockdown, I knew at some point I was gonna ask this question since I keep going back to COVID. During the COVID-19 lockdown, did you develop a new hobby relating to a home project? Example, designing your room. If yes, share. If not, what did you do to pass the time back then? So I've already mentioned to you guys, yes, I had a home project. I became a interior designer just for my bedroom. And this was my passion project. What you see here is all accumulative of my home project from COVID. So everything was built up to the way it is now. And again, I'm very proud of the space. I really, really love the space. Honestly, if I were to move to a different country and leave this behind, my heart would be broken because I invested so much time and money into my room, and to do it over again in a new place, I'm just like, oh, I dread it. But I'm also excited for it too, you know, because again, who wouldn't like something to try? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Who wouldn't want to have a new experience or life, you know? Like, of course it's exciting, but it's just like, I just have a sentiment for this space. Also, interestingly, I'm usually around this area, this part of my room. I'm never behind the back part, which is funny, because behind the curtain, the setup here, there's a library of all of my stuff there. So I rarely go in that area unless I'm doing like research, for example. Like all of my research book, my stuff for teaching is all there. So there's that. Yeah. Okie dokie. So I already mentioned mine. I'd love to hear yours. So if you want to share in the comments in YouTube after I post this video, or if you want to share in the Discord server under the live stream notes, feel free to post there. I will read and comment. There's that. All right. Also, welcome Karadrak. I think I know who you are. I just can't put my name to it, but thanks for joining me in the morning. Oh my goodness, yay. Okay. So we did reach the end of today's session. We have questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions. Yeah, how was today's stream? I hope it was interesting to you guys to discuss a little bit of the vocabulary regarding English for everyone. That was on chapter 14, I believe. So yeah, if you don't remember the vocab, go back and check that video and then revisit this stream for just answering the questions. Again, since I was alone today, other than Hans who was here and the few streamers who were here earlier, the few viewers here earlier, yeah, just I answered all the questions for the most part, but you guys are always okay. And then we're always gonna be what's the word for it? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I saw a comment, but let me read the comment first. So Coker Jack says, we're gonna hang out in Japan. I heard, I believe I know who you are. It's just I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Because of the wedding, I think, in Japan. There's one of that. I think another one is just, my best friend and I made a lot of plans, so just a heads up. Hopefully I get to hang out with you in Japan. But my bestie and I, we have a lot of things to do in Japan, and we're like, oh my goodness, oh god, we have a lot of plans. I'm gonna be going out a lot. I have a friend who wants to meet me in Japan, so it's just gonna be a really busy week. So hopefully we get to hang out too. But anyways, going back to this question, comments or concerns or suggestions. This is gonna be a busy... Hopefully this next 2 weeks or next 3 weeks will come by really, really fast, because I do want to read what you guys think and that you guys got your practice in for conversation practice. Again, I'm so sorry about yesterday. This should have been the stream for yesterday, and I will move the stream regarding yesterday's English for Everyone grammar lesson to Tuesday. So I'll see you guys by then. Hopefully next week will be better, and I'll be able to wake up to my alarm clocks, because for some reason I just can't wake up to them. Maybe because it's a different ringtone? I don't know. But that's about it in today's session. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's stream. So there we go. I go live on Instagram and YouTube at 5 a.m. Realistically speaking, as you guys have been here, usually I'm here between 5:05 and 5:10 because I'm setting up. I wake up at 4:50, to be honest, and I go to the bathroom, do my own thing, wake up, and then I come here at 5 o'clock-ish, and it takes me 5 minutes for the computer to boot up and have my stream running. And then by, let's see, and then by 6 o'clock, I'm done streaming because I gotta get ready for work and everything. So there's that. So today is one of those perfect timings where I actually get to leave or end the stream a little bit early because I gotta cook breakfast and lunch for myself. And yeah, so other than that, I'm here Tuesday to Thursday next week at 5 a.m. Hopefully I wake up on time, and I apologize again. English for Everyone on Tuesday at 8 p.m. That one was a very long stream, so I teach there for like 90 minutes-ish. So it can be 60 to 90 minutes depending on how long I stream. And yeah, so my mornings are always like 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. So it's always been like 1 hour at best. And then almost 2 hours for English for Everyone days, so because I have more time in the evening. Alrighty, so yeah, you guys can join on Discord if you want to hear back from me. I'm mostly active on Discord. I'm always there. So yeah, if you post anything other than being at my job, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to respond to comments over there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream today, guys. I'm getting ready to work and prepare my lunch and dinner for later. So yeah, I'm hoping that this day will go by very quickly. And other than that, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I wish you all a wonderful week. Stay hydrated, drink water, eat something healthy, be safe. I gotta get ready. So I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday for session 39. So take care, guys. Bye.